Hey, sweet friends. All right, do y'all want to come in here and have supper with me tonight? I am not making anything new. I have been cleaning out my fridge today, cleaning out my freezer, organizing my cabinets, you know, just getting ready for those, for the holidays, basically. So, what I have decided to make is some chicken and dressing. And I couldn't decide what I wanted to have with it, and I didn't have any potatoes. I found these in the cabinet that I have had in there. I don't know how long I've had these, y'all. Y'all know I'm all about real potatoes. But for some reason, I picked these up at some point in time. So I'm going to make these. I'm going to make me some chicken and dressing. Make me up a little bit of gravy with it. There's just something about this time of year. When I start seeing everybody start making their dressing, I just start craving it way before Thanksgiving Day ever comes around. You know what I mean? And my poor little celery here, y'all. Y'all gotta look at it. I gotta show you. Like I said, I'm cleaning out my fridge, using what I have. Look at this. This is what I had left. That little center part that you don't normally use that much. Well, guess what? We're using it. All right? So that's what I had. So I've got some onion here diced up. I'm going to chop up this little pitiful celery, which y'all know I like to use a little bit of the leaves anyway. So I'm going to use that. In my bowl here, I had that cornbread in the freezer that I have kind of tucked away. So I've got that in here. I just kind of crumbled it up. I've got to finish, obviously I got to crumble it up a little bit more. I just did this so it could thaw out. Then, while I was in my cabinet, I found some, I had 2 hot dog buns that needed to be used. So, what I did to them, I kind of broke them open, popped them in the oven to kind of let them toast up a little bit. And then I've just broke them up a little bit and popped them in here, and I'm going to use those. So, like I said, y'all, nothing new tonight. Just if y'all want to hang out with me and see what I'm going to toss together here on a whim, come on in here. You're more than welcome. And I've boiled up my chicken. I have my broth back here. It's ready to go. I have a stick of butter here in my little saucepan that I'm going to toss in my onions and celery in there once I get my celery chopped up. I'm using this little saucepan. That way, once I get that out, I can use the same saucepan to make my gravy in. But anyway, y'all, yeah. So, nothing fancy tonight, nothing new, but y'all are welcome to hang here with me. I'll be back in a second. And just directly on our bread here. So I've already sprinkled in a little bit of salt. I forgot to turn it back on, but I did just a little bit of salt. And now let's do some good black pepper, quite a bit. I love black pepper in mine. I'll tell you what, I think I need to go ahead and get the oven going too. So, black pepper. Let's see. Let's just start at 350. Sometimes I may do it on 375. I can't remember. Again, just because I'm always changing it. So, salt, black pepper, and I'm going to do some poultry. I'm not going to do any sage tonight. Like I said, I love it really simple. I don't love a heavy sage flavor. Of course, this does have sage in it. But to me, just some of this works okay. So just that much. Just sprinkle some in. Alright. And then I have a can of cream of chicken. Just going in. I know some people do cream of celery and a can of cream of chicken. I think you could do either or. I'm just going to do the cream of chicken. And then I have my, oh yeah, wait a minute. Hang on just a second. I want some of these to put in my gravy that I'm going to make here. So I'm going to just spoon just a little bit out. Just about a spoonful like that. And that's my chicken. Then I'm going to put my gravy too. So I'm going to set that aside over here. And then I'm going to put the rest in. I mean, like I said, I'm making this very simple, and it seems like I like it better like this. Just simple. All right, I'm going to set this over here because I'm going to use that, like I said, to mix up our gravy in a minute. Now, what do I want to do? Oh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and get some of our broth. Our good broth here. That is 1.5 cups. So we'll start with that. And I just boiled my chicken, and I used some chicken bouillon, of course, in there as I was boiling my chicken. I had some thighs, and I had 1 chicken breast. So as soon as you start smelling this, you just think about the holidays. Oh my gosh. It smells so good. So good, y'all. Alright. Of course, I want to do more liquid. Now, if you don't think it looks too soupy, then you don't have enough liquid in there. That's the way I look at it. You want it to be soupy. If not, I feel like it's going to be too dry. That's just my opinion. Does that look good? And I'm not adding anything else to it. I'm not adding any eggs. The only other thing I'm going to add to this is going to be our chicken. And I'll do that at the very last. Still a little bit more. It's still absorbing that. I'm going to go ahead with the rest of it. So all together in this little bit of amount, I probably did about 3 cups, maybe a little bit more. Because I started with what, 1.5? And then I probably had another 1.5, or let's just say at least 2.5 cups. Okay, give or take. Let's say 2 to 3 cups. Let's do that. That's a good even amount. All right, let's give it a little taste. It's really good. Let me try it again. This is just for me, so I'm going to put my spoon back in there. That's really good. I think I will do just a little bit more poultry. Just about that much. A little bit more black pepper. No more salt. I can taste the salt. Of course, the broth has salt in it as well. I think this is perfect, y'all. I think this is the perfect texture. And I always pour a little bit more liquid over the top as well. Let me give it one more little taste just to be sure. That's so good. And like I said, so simple. I have learned the more simple it is, the better it is. Here's my little bit of chicken going in. Just had it sitting over here resting. And then I like to put this in last so I can just kind of fold it in so that the chicken still kind of stays intact a little bit. And it's not all completely in shreds. You know what I mean? Alright. So there's that. That's good. Alright, I didn't spray my pan. Let me get out my spray it. I'll be right back. Alright, y'all. Got the spray out here. And this is my smaller dish, and I hope it's going to fit. I think it will. Oh yeah, perfect. There's our oven, 350. Y'all see how simple that was? And I'm telling you what, it just seems to be the best way to do it simple like that. Seriously. And I've done so many different steps and this and that, and I tell you what, this seems to be my favorite way. Okay. Alright, another thing that I like to do before I pop it in the oven is I take a little bit more of my broth here and I just drizzle it over the top like this. Okay. And I like to do some black pepper for some good color. And trust me, that liquid will just go all the way down in there and absorb up. And it will be fantastic. Okay? here it is. 350 going in, and I'll be back, and I'm gonna get all this cleaned up, and I'll be back, and we're gonna whip up some gravy and some instant mashed potatoes, y'all. Now, y'all, look at our dressing here. So let's go ahead and get us some out so it can be cooling, because this is piping hot. And also, I forgot to tell y'all that I ended up cooking this. You know, I told y'all 350 was what I had put the oven on, but I remembered that I'm not 100% sure, but I think I typically go for 375. So I ended up turning it on 375, and I cooked it for about 45 minutes. Okay, now remember, we don't have any eggs or anything like that in here that needs to cook, so I feel like that was plenty of time. You can cook yours accordingly. So here that is. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Here's my gravy back here. I know y'all can't see it. Let me move it right here. Here we go. Whoops. All right. Got those eggs in there, yes. I'm just going to drizzle some of that over. Just like that. Okay, y'all. I'm going to let this sit here, cool off for a minute, and I will come back and we will do the taste test. Okay, y'all. This is still crazy hot, but y'all know how I am. I am so impatient. But I want to show you what I love so much. Like, look at this. How it gets like real brown like that around the edges. That's what I love. I love that about the dressing. And then you pour that gravy over it. It's still a little bit like slightly crunchy, but it's kind of like a soft crunch. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It's delicious, y'all. I'm telling you, I have learned, I know I said this before, I'm going to say it again. I have learned the more simple I make it, the better it is. It really is. And that was so super simple. Y'all know that. I only did a few things, and it was super, super good. All right. You need a simple dressing this year for Thanksgiving. This is it. If you don't want to make this gravy, you don't have to. If you want to make it and not put egg in it, you can. Remember, you can always customize it to make it your own. Whatever you like, whatever makes your family happy, that's what I want you to do. Perfect.